Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can probably tell, it is that time again. You're all probably thinking, oh my goodness, it's about time we got back to work. Do you ever work? And the answer is not much lately, but I thought I was going to film a bit of an interesting vlog this time. I'm just doing a Brisbane LA trip, which I did not long ago. I took you guys with me for the whole week, but I thought this one might be a little bit interesting for people because I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm in a bit of a different uniform. So not only are my pants, which I absolutely never ever wear, this is my first time, but I also don't have a belt or anything like that on. So I don't know if you guys know what that is. If you do know what that means, quickly pause the video and tell me in the comments what you reckon it is. But for those of you who maybe have no idea, I'm actually pregnant. So I have just reached my 6 months of pregnancy, and yeah, I have been trying to kind of slow down my flying a little bit, because once we reach a certain limit, we have to go on the ground if there is a job available for us on the ground, which could be things like recruitment or uniform fittings, or kind of just helping people check in and things like that, which I wouldn't really mind because I have done that before. I have worked as ground crew before, but it's just the uncertainty of whether there would be a position or not. I just decided, do you know what, if there's more crew than there is flying at the moment, I'm happy to kind of like drag out my flying so I can fly for as long as possible and obviously have that job certainty. So obviously if you're a flight attendant and you wanted to know what happens when you're pregnant, I'm going to give you a little bit more information on that in this vlog. So I hope you guys are interested in that. If not, feel free to skip it. I will be going on an adventure on my next trip, so you can just hop on that one. But yeah. So just in case you guys are interested in a bit more about pregnancy related flying and what it's like and what the legalities are and things like that, I'm currently living in New Zealand, which means I'm going from the New Zealand and also like the Qantas legalities regarding pregnancy when flying. Now there is a bunch of different things that you have to consider when you're pregnant and you're flying, so I'm going to address them kind of like quickly here just in case you are interested. So basically what happens is the legalities that I'm under is I can operate up to 300 hours or 1 MSV worth of radiation. As you guys probably know, when you're flying, you are exposed to a higher level of radiation than those who work on the ground. On top of this, if you do flights like Johannesburg or to Santiago, you are also going to be exposed to an additional like level of radiation to what you usually are. So as an international cabin crew, these are all considerations that you have to take. The other thing is, because international flights usually travel higher than domestic flights, you're also exposed to a higher level of radiation than you would be if you are flying domestically. So obviously this is talking about purely like international flying, long haul flying, things like that. If you're traveling domestically, it's always going to be like a little bit different, and obviously different countries have different legalities. I was Googling about the US today, and it seems like they can fly and have 5 times the level of radiation that we can have, which, yeah, I don't know, every country is different. This is just going to be spot on New Zealand and possibly what it's like in Australia, because it is the same company, but yeah. So obviously there's those things to consider when you're flying internationally. You have the radiation, the different routes, and how the radiation is changing through those routes. So my company is actually amazing and has this site that I can go to, and I can check my radiation to make sure my radiation level hasn't exceeded the recommended amount to keep my baby safe. In addition to this, your roster will become quite like streamlined, because there's a lot of places that you cannot visit once you are pregnant. So countries that have the Zika virus and other viruses coming around that aren't good for pregnant women at the moment. In addition to that, if there's any countries that you have a higher risk of food or waterborne illnesses, poisoning, anything like that, you're not going to be getting those on your roster. So they are going to send you to countries where you're pretty much less likely to get sick or be exposed to certain diseases that could impact your baby and the health of your pregnancy. So it's another thing that is to be considered when you're pregnant and you're flying internationally. This is something that I did think of, but I honestly didn't realize the company would do so amazingly like for you. But once you report to a company that you're pregnant, they really go out of their way to make sure and ensure that you're going to have as healthy pregnancy as you can, which I have definitely appreciated. It has taken so much stress out of it. But yeah, just in case you guys were interested in any of this, it's just a little bit of like feedback. I probably will have about maybe 1.5 months left of flying before either I will be grounded or I go on maternity leave. I'm not really sure which one I'm going to reach first. I'm not really exactly clear about when I start my maternity leave. But yeah, we'll find out. The other thing I will admit that I'm super happy about is that the uniform is not that different. I remember when I worked at Virgin, they gave me this really like this black shirt with these like huge pleats on it, and it was just super obvious that you were pregnant. And I just wasn't really a fan of the black shirt. I think on like supervisors it looked great because they wore the grey jacket, but with the red I was like, oh goodness, that would not suit me at all. So definitely glad that this one is a little bit more streamlined with the rest of the uniform. It's not so obvious that people are going to look at me and be like, you're pregnant. But yeah, come with me on this trip to experience flying as a cabin crew when you are 6 months pregnant. Gosh, wearing pants honestly feels so weird, and I can't even do my blazer up anymore, which I could do on my last flight. So I'm not sure if that's, I need to go off a size or if I can wear it undone in the pregnancy uniform. Oh, it feels so weird. Just arrived in Brisbane and this bed is calling me. Hey guys, so just got into Brisbane maybe like an hour ago, just quickly unpacked and then went to the supermarket to pick up some food just for here in LA, just to try and save money because there's obviously a baby on the way. So yeah, I just picked up my usual food and everything, and I've just jumped out of the shower. I haven't even put any moisturizer on yet, which is why I look a little bit terrifying. But yeah, the flight went really, really well. I'm definitely feeling bigger than what I was like 3-4 weeks ago when I last flew. But I think it still went really, really well. Like I'm still feeling really healthy and really strong and things like that. But I did talk to my management because I do think I need to be grounded soon. Just because of my radiation levels and stuff, and I just want to keep them up to date so I can hopefully get a ground roll for maybe like a month or so before I start my maternity leave. But yeah, flight went all good. We have 27 hours here now in Brisbane. We did get eaten into a little bit because we had a bit of a delay, but I'd say it was only about half an hour, so probably about, yeah, just over 26 hours now. So I'm gonna get some sleep soon, watch some Netflix, and then in the morning I'll probably get up and either go to the gym or go for a big walk or run around the waterfront, which I always love doing here in Brisbane. So yeah, ready for a nice day here in Brisbane and a good sleep before we head out to LA tomorrow night. Our wake up call is about 6:55 p.m. so we do have all day here, which is awesome. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So welcome to my breakfast. I have my oats, which I will put some maple syrup on, and I have my milk tea, which I made because this hotel has a milk frother, which is super nice. Yum. Good morning guys, and welcome back to my hotel room in Brisbane. I've just finished getting ready. I'm just wearing my gym gear because I'm going to quickly run down the street because I have to run through a few errands, and then I'm going to go to the gym. I didn't sleep the best. I actually woke up at about 6:30 Brisbane time, and I also woke up at like 2 in the morning and just couldn't sleep. So yeah, definitely wasn't the best sleep. But you know what, that's fine because hopefully that means I'll be able to have a nap before the flight, which definitely works for me. But yeah, so I'm gonna go run a few errands and hit the gym. Let's go. Okay, so me and David were looking at like some of the Where's Bolly books the other day when we were in the airport, and they have all these new different type ones now, and when we were looking, I swear I could find everyone in like 2 minutes, if that, like just straight away as soon as you open the page. And I was like, I swear these were so difficult when I was younger, like unbelievably difficult, and I could not find Wally. Like no matter how hard I tried, maybe I'd be able to find one of his friends, but like could never ever find him. Like it would take me forever. Anyway, so today I found this like cute little set, and it has like 5 different Wally books. They're like the mini versions, but it's all the ones that I had when I was growing up. And as soon as I open it, I'm looking and I'm like, this is so much harder than the ones we saw at the airport the other day. But I'm honestly like so excited, and I think I'm gonna feel just as frustrated as I did when I was little trying to find them. But I was like, do you know, oh wait, I just found him. No, it's still harder. It's definitely harder than what I saw at the airport, but I don't know. I'm excited for our future little munchkin to get just as frustrated as we did growing up. Okay, so just got back to the room from the gym, and I'm gonna have an apple and a protein pudding before I head out for a walk. I want to go before it gets too hot because Brisbane is meant to get to like 30 degrees today, and that is just way too hot for me. But I don't know if you can tell, this room is super dark, so I don't really want to spend obviously like my whole day in the dark and then go in a metal tube all night. So yeah, we're gonna have a quick snack, a quick bite to eat, and then go for a good walk. So I've just got back from my walk, and I'm actually quite tired because I did a leg day at gym, and then the walk was like 2 hours all around like the river where I usually go. Oh my goodness, sorry. So I feel like I've been kind of going non-stop since about 7:30 this morning, but it's kind of perfect because now it's midday. I've just got back to my room. I'm gonna eat my lunch now. I've got some like avocado, which I'm gonna eat with some tuna and things like that. Yeah, so gonna have a bit of a lunch, and honestly just probably shower, chill out, watch Netflix, and try and have a nap before the flight tonight. Again, don't have to get up for till 6:30 tonight, so I've got 6.5 hours now just to chill out and like hopefully get a good sleep in. But yeah, honestly it's been a great day. The weather here has been incredible, but oh my goodness, this room is so dark. It's actually crazy. Like when I walked in, it looks like it's, I don't even know, like it's like pitch black. So it's been nice to get out of my room and about, but I think the 50 hours on the way home might be hard if I get a room this dark, because it's just a bit disorientating, and I find that really hard to manage my sleep when I feel that way, and I find it very hard to sleep. So I guess we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so far ready for a good rest before this flight tonight. So I just got an email that the flight has been delayed an hour and 45 minutes. Which thank goodness I just had like a 2-3 hour nap. But yeah, thank goodness for that. So now I don't have to wake up till pretty much like 8 p.m. We'll get up. I'm probably not going to sleep again. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. So by the time we take off, I think now it's like 11 something, which is like 1 a.m. New Zealand time. So that's kind of like a crazy flight time at the moment. But yeah, definitely just glad that I got through everything today really well, and like managed to get out and get active and have a sleep before this flight and stuff. It says it is delayed due to mechanical reasons. Like it's obviously got to go in, engineering reasons. So hopefully this is the only delay. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So as you guys can probably tell, I've just finished getting ready. We did get an email basically after I got out of the shower and started getting ready, saying that we've had a further delay. At this point it is only 35 minutes, so hopefully that's going to be the last delay of the evening. And yeah, so I'm just ready pretty early now, which is fine. I think I'm just going to I have this like protein muffin thing I think I'm going to heat up in the microwave and eat, because I think by the time we eat I'm going to either be starving or so tired that I don't want to eat, just go to sleep. So yeah, I think our pickup now is about 10:15, I want to say, and our departure time is just after midnight. So definitely later than what we were expecting, and I was so prepared for the first flight, which I'm a little bummed about because I really wanted to make sure I was feeling good and stuff. Still feeling good, still feeling all good, of course, but obviously just a little bit less prepared for these delays. But so far it's like 2.5 hours I think total, so it's not too terrible, and hopefully we can still go, and it's still a night flight, so the passengers hopefully will be having some dinner in the lounge so they're not too hungry when they come on board, and if not, obviously we will feed them and then they can get a good night's sleep. But yeah, I guess we'll just see how it goes, and yeah, feeling pretty good. Feel good that I had a productive day. I've eaten properly and stuff and ready to go. But yeah, hopefully it'll be all good, and next time I touch base with you guys I will be in LA. See you then. I've just arrived at the hotel room. It feels crazy. It is 11:22 and I think we usually get in at like 7 or 8 o'clock. So big day in the end, quite tired. It was a little bit unfortunate because it was just kind of like one of those flights where unfortunately, even though we were delayed because of mechanical reasons, I do think there was quite a few passengers who were blaming us for the delay, unfortunately. But it was still a really, really nice flight. There was an amazing crew, and I think we all worked together to make sure the passengers got fed so they could get to sleep really early, because we did end up leaving a bit after midnight Brisbane time. So people were really tired, which is just, you know, completely fair enough. But yeah, the flight went really, really well, and I'm actually feeling really good, which is nice. I made sure I drank way more water than I usually do, and I usually drink quite a lot of water just to really make sure I was having enough hydration for me and Bubs. And yeah, I think it went really well, but I'm definitely happy to be here, and to definitely have a good sleep tonight. So that will be me. Time for Netflix and a hot shower and bed. Hey guys, it is about 5:50, and I've just pretty much finished getting ready for the flight. I have a bit more time before I have to head downstairs. But yeah, I didn't really film much this layover because honestly all I did was went to the gym, rested, and sat by the pool a little bit today. So I really just wanted to make sure I recovered from the flight, because I have quite a bit of busy roster. I'm doing this trip and then I have 3 days off and the next trip, and my belly has grown quite a little bit, so I'm just being careful. I want to make sure I'm really, really well rested for this flight so I can still like do my job properly and not wear myself out. But yeah, it's been a good layover. The weather today was absolutely beautiful, so it was really nice to be able to go outside for a little bit. And I'm definitely ready for this flight home. I'm going to be doing the cabin today. Me and Soph are going to swap, which will be really nice. I think it's actually been a while since I've done the cabin on the 330, so I'm excited for it. Yeah, expecting a full flight and it should be pretty good. I'll head downstairs in about 30 to 45 minutes and then head on our way to LAX, and I will see you guys in Brizzy. Hey guys, and welcome to Brisbane. I got in early this morning. I didn't film or anything because honestly I wasn't feeling very well. I was just feeling quite bloated and gross and tired. But the flight went really, really well. And yeah, we landed I think at about 4:45 and we got to the hotel before 6, which was awesome. So I just got in, I had a nap. My room is a lot brighter this time, thank goodness for that, because otherwise I was like, I'm gonna struggle. But yeah, so I just went out around Brisbane and ran some errands again, like I always do, and spent pretty much all of the money that I like allowed myself for this trip. But that's fine. I have enough food to last me till my sign on and everything like that. I've got to admit though, I am looking pregnant. I feel like my belly doubled in size on the flight last night. So I'm kind of wondering if it's just that point in my pregnancy where it's growing so much, or if it is, I don't know, just bloating and stuff, I guess. Usually when I get on flights, it does look a bit bigger than what it has previously, but yeah, let's check it out. So yeah, I was trying not to run any of the crew, and of course when I just ran out, they were all around and I was like, oh hey. But yeah, the bump is bumping. Hey guys, and welcome back to my room in Brisbane. I had such a nice day yesterday. I just ran some errands and went for a swim in the pool, which is actually really nice for a hotel pool. Good for like swimming laps, even though it was quite short. But it was definitely good. And then I honestly passed out so early. I went to sleep maybe at like 6 and then woke up at 6:30 this morning. So I think I definitely needed that sleep. But yeah, it's just also been a bit easier, I think, to stay on New Zealand time, because then when I go back home, it's just gonna be really, really easy. But yeah, amazing morning this morning. Me and Soph just got up and went for a big walk around the river again, which I always do. And then I've just come back and had a bit of a relax, and we're going to head to the beach here in Brisbane, which is like this big pool area with some sand and stuff. So I actually haven't been before. I've ran past it, but I've never actually been to it before. But the weather here in Brisbane is perfect. It's like 28 degrees. So it's just going to be so nice to get some sun and some vitamin C and all of that. So definitely excited for that. And honestly, I think that's all I have pretty much good to go for my layover. It has been such an amazing trip. It's been really, really good. I'm really happy because I was wondering how much I was going to struggle because my belly has grown quite a little bit. But I'm really, really proud of myself, and I feel like this trip, honestly, I'm still feeling really, really good in terms of flying and things like that. And I definitely still pulled my weight on board and everything like that. So I think I'll definitely be good to go for a few more trips before I will go on the ground. But yeah, it's been really, really good. And I will probably just have another huge sleep tonight after being outside. And then I will check in with you guys tomorrow before I leave to head home. But I hope you guys have enjoyed flying with me, 6 months pregnant. If I think of any tips or tricks, or if you're interested, guys, please let me know. And hopefully I can help you out. But yeah. See you tomorrow. And welcome to day 8 of my trip. It is go home day. I'm actually expecting my wake up call pretty much any minute right now, but I'm pretty much ready. So I'm just gonna make my breakfast because it is currently 6 a.m. here in Brisbane, and I'm gonna take my time eating it and drinking a tea before I head downstairs for my sign-on for my quick flight home. This one's usually about 2.5 hours, so quick and easy. I was so uncomfortable sleeping last night. If you know, you know. It's just like a lot of rolling around, but yeah, ready for this trip to be over. It's been amazing. It's gone super fast, but I'm quite tired, but I think that is self-inflicted because I did work out a lot this trip. Even yesterday was meant to be my rest day and I went for this huge walk. So yeah, it's been a really, really good trip. I'm really happy with how my body has kept up and how it's been feeling, which gives me the confidence to obviously keep going with my flying. And then once it does feel bad, I will say that my managers are amazing and supportive. So if I do start to feel bad, I'm going to let them know, and they will put me on the ground for a job, which is awesome. But yeah, so far this is what it's been like to fly 6 months pregnant, and I hope you guys have enjoyed coming with me for this 8-day trip to Brisbane and LA.